I'm your host, Jane Scanlan, and I'll be taking you through a mindful meditation. As we've been talking about overcoming trauma on the podcast Stay Sane with Jane, we're going to tune into this guided meditation, cultivating a sense of urgency to overcome trauma. So I invite you to just get comfortable and bring kind awareness to what this topic means to you, what visceral feelings it might bring up, and any positive or negative impact you may believe regarding this topic. And just remember that there are plenty of other people out there that feel just like you about this subject. There is no right or wrong here, okay? So this is a mindfulness exercise designed to help you overcome the harmful effects of trauma and give you a stronger sense of self-urgency and control over how you feel related to your trauma. As you listen to this exercise and all the mindfulness exercises, please remember you're in control of your experience, and you can do as much of it or as little of it as you wish. No matter what kind of trauma you may have gone through, large or small, physical, sexual, mental, emotional, or spiritual, our trauma involves an incapacity to stop a terrible thing from happening to you. Regardless of blame or misfortune, it involves an incapacity to stop something terrible. Sometimes this truth can wear on our psyche. So recovering from trauma may require that you, at some point, increase greater strengths and more capacities within. Remember how powerful you are and how important your decisions are. In this general way, it may also be useful to do this kind of work with a therapist. But on your own, with guidance from myself and your heart, we can work through this. There may be natural, common feelings or beliefs of entrapment, helplessness, immobilization. And to some degree, you may not feel like you can escape the awfulness of it. One thing that has helped thousands of others who live with incredible trauma is to be mindful of your own experience of what we call an agency. Of simply being able to make something happen with your own free will and a sense of empowerment. Build upon your agency one building block at a time until there's nothing you feel you can't take on. With your embodied strength and kindness that is always inside you. Another common feature of trauma is feeling fearful of communicating with confidence or assertiveness. So, reflecting on experiences when we've done this several times in the past can also be useful. This can help us remember our best self, to know that we have the capacity to take on challenges with strength and confidence. This provides the mind with the belief that you are greater than your past, bigger than anything that's happened to you, and that you are not your trauma. You are much more, and that you can shape your future to be as bright and as healthy as you desire. Agency is just a fancy term for a feeling of being able to make things happen. If you feel a little bit powerless, helpless, trapped, immobilized, defeated, or despairing, then this practice of agency can help you turn the tide. To reawaken the feeling of what it's like to make things happen, rather than be fearful of what might come next. So with that in mind, we will practice feeling a sense of agency in a guided mindfulness exercise together. So please find a posture that feels relaxed and alert. Breathe deeply through your nose, filling up your lungs, feeling your belly rise, holding it at the peak, and then slowly releasing it through the nose until your lungs are fully deflated, pausing and then inhaling another 2 times. And now reflect on a time in your life when you felt really good about having attained a goal. What goal do you feel really proud of? What choices and actions did you make? What were some of the little things that led up to it? As you ruminate over that goal, over that achievement, consider how you've added value in situations or to other people from that achievement. And now I invite you to reflect on some things that you get done over the course of a day that you might not even congratulate yourself on, but you do them nonetheless. Recall ways in which you influence others positively, or how you've played a leadership role, perhaps in a family, or friendships, or business. Bring mindfulness to some of the positive choices you've made, all empowering experiences that lead to a greater feeling of accomplishment or agency. See if you can open to this feeling and let it fill you. Help it last and allow it to become more intense in your mind, your heart, and your body. You have made things happen. You are competent. You are effective, and you will continue to be so. Bring mindfulness to any other feelings that may arise around this achievement, like a sense of dignity or self-respect. Perhaps the energy of possibilities. And if you happen to feel any resistance to this sense of success or worth right now, that's okay. It is completely normal. See if you can gently bring your mind back to remembering some of the good feelings that you felt in your life. Maybe after you've done something you're really proud of doing. Feel this sense of accomplishment. Allow it to sink in. And remember that you can tap into this feeling anytime you remember it. You can also sense what it will be like to accomplish more, or to feel accomplished. Even with the little tasks that you do every day. When you feel satisfied with meeting your goals or steps. These contribute to your well-being and the well-being of others. I invite you to open to the reality that you can build on a foundation of what you've already done or achieved. And step by step, you can build this agency. Let ease spread through your body and mind, and release any pressure. Then, if there's a sense of fragility somewhere within your consciousness, it can be useful to imagine nurturing a person, and that person is holding you as a child, reassuring you that you have reached your goals, you have achieved, you are special, you are powerful, and that you get things done and make a difference. They thank you for your courage to remember who you really are. And to bring mindfulness to the sense of agency that you have and have always had inside you, ready to unleash at any time. Take a deep breath with me. In through the nose, filling up the lungs, feeling the tummy rise and holding it at the peak. And when you're ready, letting it go, letting the air out the nostrils, feeling the tummy tighten and all the air exhaled. Let's do a couple more deep breaths like that. And then return to your normal state of breath. So to recap, please remember, along with your trauma, there may be natural common feelings or beliefs of entrapment, helplessness, and immobilization. To some degree, you may feel like you can't escape the awfulness of it. Agency. It's just a fancy term for a feeling of being able to make things happen. To cultivate a sense of agency, remember a time when you felt accomplished or successful or loved. Or pay attention to the little things that you do each and every day. The things that make a difference to yourself and the people around you. You are powerful. You are loved. And I invite you to just tune into this on a daily or weekly basis. And I hope it's helpful to you. Thank you for listening and have a mindful day.